My beloved child, pause now. Listen intently and deeply to every word I am about to speak to you in this moment. This is not an ordinary message you have stumbled upon in the flow of life. No, my child. This is a warning woven from eternity, a lifeline of salvation I am casting to you in the midst of the swirling sea of trials surrounding you. It is the life preserver I am sending at this very hour to rescue you from the unseen waves threatening to overwhelm your soul. Therefore, receive these words with all your mind, your heart, and your spirit. Do not allow even a single moment to pass by in distraction. Each second in this very moment carries the weight of spiritual life or death. My child, I know your heart is weary. I know there are days when it feels as though everything around you is falling apart, when all your efforts and faith seem to bear no fruit. There have been moments, alone in the silence, when you have wondered, "Are you still there, Lord? Do you still remember me?" I have heard every whisper of your heart, every sigh breathed in the darkness, and today, it is I, the one who created the heavens and the earth, and who loves you with an everlasting love, who is speaking directly to you, not to anyone else. This is not a general message for the crowd. These words are meant specifically for you, my beloved child, reading these lines right now. Understand this clearly. This is not a coincidence. You have not arrived at this moment by accident, nor have you stumbled upon this message by chance. Everything is under my sovereign design. Every step you take, every beat of your heart, every glance you cast upon this page, all of it I have foreseen and guided. And now I am using this sacred moment to call out to you once again, with more urgency than ever before. All this time, I have been gently trying to stir your heart, through the signs placed in your daily life, through those moments when your soul unexpectedly stirred during prayer, through sermons you heard without planning to, through the whisper of the wind and the warmth of sunlight upon your face. I have sent my angels, faithful servants of mine, to surround you, to whisper reminders, to protect you even when you were unaware. Yet, my child, there have been times when your heart has been too burdened, your mind too filled with earthly worries, that you could no longer hear my gentle voice calling to you. Therefore today, I can no longer remain silent. I must raise my voice with a holy urgency like never before. I am shaking your heart so that you may awaken, that you may understand the time is short. The opportunities you once thought would always remain, no, my child. They are slowly closing. If you hesitate, if you ignore this invitation, the day may come when you look back and no longer find the way to return. I do not say this to frighten you, but to awaken you from spiritual slumber. My child, know this. The enemy is prowling around you, seeking to devour you like a roaring lion. He longs to destroy every good seed I have planted in your life. He knows you bear a divine calling that I ordained for you before the beginning of time. And so he relentlessly lays traps, clouding your mind with lies, with feelings of worthlessness, disappointment, and fear. But my child, remember that my light still shines. My voice still echoes within your heart. Even now, in this moment, I am offering you the opportunity to step out of that snare, to take hold of my loving hand. If you choose to reject this message, if you deliberately shut your ears to my word, oh my child, I must solemnly warn you that the consequences will be severe. It is not because I desire to punish you, but because the laws of heaven and earth cannot be taken lightly. Whatever one sows, that will they also reap. If you harden your heart, you will forfeit the blessings I have prepared for you, and you will lose the protection my angels are now surrounding you with. The gates of heaven may close, and in that moment, you will encounter a darkness more overwhelming than you have ever known. This is not what I desire for you. Yet, my beloved child, I want you to know that hope remains wide open, even in this very moment. My love is unchanging. Though you have been weak, though you have fallen, though you have doubted, I have never stopped loving you. I am still waiting for you, arms wide open, longing for your return. I am the Lord your God, slow to anger, abounding in mercy, ready to forgive and to restore. If today, in this very moment, you open your heart to receive my word, I will renew you. I will refresh your spirit, dry every tear, and heal the hidden wounds within your heart. Remember, how many times have I saved you from dangers you were unaware of? How many times have I thwarted the schemes of the enemy against you? How many times have I placed peace within your heart amid raging storms? These things did not happen by chance. They were the work of my hand continually guarding you. And today, I am still fighting on your behalf. Do not let this moment pass by in vain. Do not say, "Tomorrow I will listen," for you do not know what tomorrow holds. Today is the day of salvation for you. Today is the hour in which I call you to rise up in faith. Oh, my child, I see within you a marvelous potential that you have never dared to imagine. I have destined you to be the head and not the tail, to be a victor and not a defeated one. It is my desire to use you as a powerful instrument in my hand, to be a light shining in the midst of darkness, to be a messenger bringing hope to broken hearts. But for this to become reality, you must obey my voice today. You must let go of everything that hinders you and return with repentance and humility. Know this, I do not seek a perfect heart from you. I seek a heart that is soft and willing. If you step toward me, I will run to meet you. If you call out to me, I will answer. If you open your heart, I will pour out upon you the power of my Holy Spirit. And from that moment on, your life will enter a new season. A season of restoration, a season of miracles, a season of spiritual victory unlike anything you have experienced before. This moment is a critical turning point in your destiny. Your future is not determined by distant uncertainties, nor is it held in the hands of some vague fate. No, my child, your future is being woven from the very moments you are now living, especially this sacred moment, as I am speaking directly to you. I want you to understand, what you choose right now will shape your tomorrow. Do you know in the unseen realm that your natural eyes cannot perceive a fierce battle is taking place around you? It is an unrelenting war between two opposing forces. On one side is darkness, quietly seeking to bind you, to destroy you, to draw you back into old chains. On the other side is my light, the very light I inscribed upon your soul before you ever uttered your first cry on this earth. This is not a distant or abstract battle, but a struggle that holds real influence over your soul, your future, and the eternal calling I have ordained for you. Right at this very moment, every passing second holds sacred value in this battle. This is not a matter to postpone until tomorrow, nor something to delay until a more convenient time. In just the next 21 minutes, do you hear me clearly? Within this brief span of time, countless movements can take place in the spiritual realm. Many doors can either open or close, all depending on how you respond to the call I am extending to you today. Do you think that something as seemingly small as listening to my voice right now is of little importance? Not at all, my child. It is your very act of giving me your undivided attention at this moment, your choice to listen with an open heart, your inner longing to understand and obey my words. All of this is tipping the scales in the battle surrounding your life. You may not see it, but even now, my angels are encamped around you, fiercely fighting to block the schemes of the enemy. They know that if you truly awaken, if you grasp this message and walk in obedience, the destructive plans that have been forged against you will be utterly dismantled. And that is why the forces of darkness are intensifying the temptations, the distractions, the discouragement pressing in on you to cause you to miss this pivotal moment. My child, every decision you make right now carries a weight that reaches far beyond the present moment. This is no exaggeration. It is a truth attested in the heavens. When you choose to stand on my side, when you choose to reject the voices of doubt, when you turn back to me in humility and trust, each of these actions lays a stone in the foundation of the steadfast future I have prepared for you. And know this as well: the enemy is cunning. It will not attack you head-on with something blatantly obvious. Instead, it will disguise its lies in seemingly reasonable thoughts, trying to convince you that you can delay obedience, that you can wait for another day to make a decisive choice for me. But, my child, this is the most dangerous snare of all, for with each moment of delay, the light within you will gradually dim, and the door of grace, wide open today, may slowly begin to close before you even realize it. Therefore, I need you to be alert. I need you to grasp the gravity of this moment. Do not underestimate the power of a small act of obedience. It is through these small choices that great transformations are birthed. Just as a tiny mustard seed planted in the ground grows into a great tree, just as a single drop of water can wear away stone, so too will each small step of obedience you take today lead you to the breakthrough you have long awaited. My child, I see the very real struggle within your heart. I see it clearly. I know that part of you wants to say, "Yes, Lord," to step into the calling I have for you. Yet there are fears, worries, and old chains that still hold you back. Let me tell you this: you do not have to fight these barriers alone. Simply open your heart to me and I will strengthen you. I will pour out my Spirit upon you, and my Spirit will empower you to break those chains. Do not worry that you are not strong enough. Do not be discouraged by the thought that you are not holy enough. What I am looking for is not perfection in you, but a heart willing to say, "Here I am, Lord." That is all I need. I will do the rest. I will renew your spirit. I will restore the places that have been broken. I will cause you to stand firm upon the solid rock. And as you step out in obedience, you will begin to see the promises I have long spoken come to pass. Doors you once thought were permanently closed will swing open. Relationships that seemed beyond repair will be restored. Dreams you had buried will be revived and infused with new life. And above all, you will experience true freedom, a joy that surpasses every circumstance. My child, this very moment is the key. Do not let it pass in vain. There are less than 21 minutes left, and every minute, every second is more precious than gold or silver. Choose to rise in faith. Choose to obey my word. Choose to reject every voice of darkness. I am waiting for you, my beloved. My angels are surrounding you in support. All of heaven is watching your choice today. My beloved child, are you sensing something stirring deep within your soul? That is not a fleeting emotion, nor a random thought passing through your mind. No, my child, it is I who am awakening your heart, preparing you for a higher journey, a new chapter in my eternal plan for you. This is the season when I desire you to awaken, to recognize that the days of the past no longer fit you. You are no longer bound to the person you once were. You are being called to step into a new life, one that is deeper, fuller in me. Do you know, I have commissioned my angels to surround you, not only to protect you, but to guide you with each step along this path. On every road you walk, at every turning point you face, they are silently standing guard. But more than that, I have sent them to leave traces, small yet profound messages, along the course of your life. For I know there will be moments when your heart grows weary, when your mind becomes clouded by the cares of life. That is why I have prepared these signs, so that when you thirst, when you seek, you will recognize them and not lose your way. Perhaps you have already encountered some of these traces, haven't you? Sometimes it comes as a casual word from a stranger on the street, yet it pierces so deeply into a hidden place in your heart. Other times it is a phrase repeated again and again on the pages of a book, across an advertisement, or in a song you happen to hear. And it causes your heart to tighten, as though someone is calling your name from the depths beyond. Then there are nights when you awaken suddenly without knowing why, your heart stirred with an unnamed restlessness, as if something great is awaiting you, just beyond your current understanding. My child, none of these things are mere coincidences. Do not let your reasoning dismiss them as simple chance. No, they are signs I have carefully orchestrated. My angels are laboring tirelessly to capture your attention, to draw you out from the dull routines of life, to lift your gaze so you might see that I am speaking to you, calling you into something new. Understand this: I am the one who never forces your soul. I do not knock upon your heart with thunder, but with gentle whispers, with tender touches. It is my longing that you would open your heart willingly, that you would listen and receive my word with sincere desire. That is why the signs I send are crafted to be subtle, yet profoundly stirring, so that when your heart is ready, your soul will be sensitive enough to recognize them. And know this as well: the closer you draw to the season of change I have appointed for you, the clearer these signs will become. You will find yourself drawn to things you may not have noticed before. Certain scriptures will suddenly resound with great force in your heart. Sermons will seem to speak directly into your personal circumstances. People you once thought to be strangers will bring you words of encouragement and confirmation. For the dreams you have quietly carried, this is because I am working powerfully in the unseen realm to bring you to the exact place and time I have ordained. You may wonder, why am I doing all of this for you? Because you are the one I love, the one I chose before the foundation of the world. Within you lies a unique calling that no one else can replace. I have placed within you distinct gifts and abilities that I desire to awaken and release for the service of my kingdom. But you need to be prepared, to be stirred, so that you do not slumber in false security. You must step out of your familiar zone to reach new heights in me. And I know, with every season of transition comes a trembling of the soul. You may be feeling uncertain. You may not clearly see what the next step is, but do not be afraid. It is within this restlessness that I am calling you closer. I do not require you to have all the answers in advance. I only ask that you be willing to follow my leading. Let me be the lamp to your feet and the light on your path in this moment. Do not underestimate the power of those small signs. Sometimes even a silent prayer whispered through tears is enough to shake the gates of heaven. Sometimes a simple act of obedience is enough to release streams of miracles you never expected. My child, every action you take, every posture of your heart right now, is weaving a greater tapestry of your destiny in me. So do not ignore the recent stirrings within your heart. Do not dismiss those gentle warnings, those restless feelings with no clear cause. Seek a quiet place. Still your heart before me. Ask me, Lord, what do you want me to do? Where are you leading me? And I promise, I will answer you. I will open your spiritual eyes so that you may see the path clearly. I will bring clarity to the things that feel vague in your mind. I will show you when to stop, when to move, when to wait, and when to act. My child, I know you have faced failures. I know there have been seasons of spiritual dryness that have caused you to doubt yourself. But listen carefully. Those failures do not diminish your worth in my eyes. Those wounds do not erase the calling I have placed upon you. If you will open your heart, I will even use those broken pieces to weave something glorious for my name. The very places where you once fell will become the places where you will stand firm in victory. And my angels, they will walk with you every step of the way ahead. They will continue to leave traces, divine reminders along your path. You only need to remain spiritually awake. Do not let the cares of this world dull your spiritual hearing. Do not let past failures extinguish your hope. Always be ready to perceive when I am speaking, when I am moving around you. My beloved child, I speak these things not to place a heavier burden upon you, but so you will know you are not alone. All of heaven is walking with you. I am unfolding a new pathway, a path of blessing, and if you step into it, you will see me do things beyond all you could have imagined. But it all begins with recognizing the small signs of today. Obey. Walk forward in faith. A new season is opening before you. My beloved child, I see into the deepest hidden corners of your heart. I know every burden you carry, even those you cannot share with anyone. I know that lately, your heart has been bearing an invisible weight. A weight that, though others may see you smiling and strong on the outside, they could never comprehend how weary you truly are inside. How many nights have you lain awake, eyes wide open, staring into the darkness, mind restless with concern? How many questions have flooded your heart? How will I get through this? How can I hold on to what I treasure most? What will tomorrow bring? These questions have run so deep that even the rhythm of your heart beats with them. My beloved child, I see the fear in your eyes every time you think about the future. I see how you try to control everything, tirelessly crafting one plan after another, hoping to keep your life from spiraling into chaos. Yet, the more you try, the more helpless you feel. There are moments when you quietly wonder, can I still go on? Do I still have the strength to take another step? I hear it all, my child. Not a single sigh escapes my ears. Not a single tear that falls from your eyes goes unnoticed by me. And today, my dear one, I speak to you clearly and tenderly. You are not carrying all of this alone. Whether you realize it or not, I have always been by your side, continually surrounding you with my love and my protection. In those moments when you believed you were facing the storm alone, I was right there beside you, quietly shouldering the heaviest part of the burden on your behalf. It is because of this that you still stand today, that you still have breath, that you are able to read these very words in this sacred moment. My beloved child, life on this earth is far from easy. I am not blind to that reality. I know that each day you face countless pressures, from work, from family, from relationships, and from responsibilities that even you sometimes do not understand why you must bear so many of them. And amidst all these things, you wrestle with deep fears within your heart. Fear of loss, fear of change, fear of the unknown that tomorrow might bring. There are changes coming that you did not expect. Things you once believed you could hold on to forever now stand on the verge of slipping from your grasp. I see the trembling in your heart each time you think about that possibility. But hear me well, my child. Nothing happens outside the loving sovereignty of my hand. Nothing can leave your life without my permission. And if I allow something to change, then trust that it is because I am opening a better door, ushering in something new, something you cannot yet see. My dear one, I do not deny that there will be painful losses, seasons of transition that will bring you to tears. But in the midst of it all, remember this: I will never leave you alone. Not for a single moment will you walk without me. In the very times when you feel the weakest, those are the moments when I am holding you the closest. When you think you are about to fall, that is when I am lifting you in the strength of my mighty arm. I know you have been struggling to find a way out of your current situation. You have tried everything. You have prayed. You have thought deeply about it all. But my beloved, there are battles you were never meant to fight alone. There are burdens not meant to be carried on your small shoulders. It is I who can bear them for you. I long for you to learn how to release these things into my hands. This is not surrender in defeat, but full and complete trust. When you do this, you will feel a new strength pouring into you, and a peace that surpasses all understanding will reign within your heart. Remember this: I am the one who sees the full picture, not just the present, but your future as well. I know what you need. I know what is truly best for you. What you are clinging to now may no longer fit the new season I am leading you into. The things you fear losing may actually be hindering the greater blessings I long to pour out upon you. If you dare to trust me, to give me full control, you will never regret it. My beloved child, I want you to enter into rest in me. This is not a surrender born of defeat, but a profound trust. When you yield to me the right to truly be Lord over your life, when you cease striving to control everything on your own, you will begin to witness miracles. Things you once thought impossible to resolve will be untangled. Doors that seemed firmly shut will suddenly swing open. Unexpected provisions will appear, not because you are strong enough, but because I am the faithful one. Therefore today, my child, I call you to lift up your head. Do not let worry bury your soul any longer. Do not allow what your eyes see to overshadow the faith within you. I am going before you, preparing the way ahead of you. The days to come will not be without trials, But I promise you this: you will not walk alone. My angels are still encamped around you. I am still speaking to you day by day, if only you will listen. And above all, I love you with an everlasting love, a love that does not change amid all the shifting tides of this world. Now more than ever, my beloved child, I call you to place your complete trust in me. Yes, trust. Something I know has felt difficult for you to grasp in recent times. I understand every instability that sways within your heart. I see the silent wounds you have never dared to speak aloud. I know you have endured deep disappointments, that you have entrusted your heart to others only to be met with betrayal and pain. Sweet promises were once spoken to you, only to be cruelly broken. I see clearly how you have forced a smile through the pain. How many times you have wept unseen. Because of these experiences, your heart now recoils at the very mention of the word trust. You tell yourself, how can I trust anyone again? How can I dare to open my heart when those I thought would never hurt me were the very ones who caused me the deepest wounds? And my child, I understand it all. I do not condemn your hesitation. I know the human heart has its limits, and when it is wounded deeply enough, it forms a protective shell. But today, I come to invite you to step out from behind that shell, for I am not like man. I do not say one thing and do another. I do not make empty promises and then abandon them. I am the faithful one. I am the one who never changes. Do you not know, from the very beginning until now, not one word I have spoken has fallen to the ground in vain? When I speak a thing, it will surely come to pass. When I promise to keep you, that promise is as solid as a rock. No power in heaven or on earth can make me change my mind concerning what I have purposed for you. I am not swayed by emotions nor shaken by circumstances. The love I have for you is everlasting, not a fleeting affection that comes and goes like the wind. My child, I know your heart is doubtful, cautious even when thinking of me. Perhaps you have prayed and did not see an immediate answer, causing you to question whether I truly heard you. Perhaps you have pleaded for a miracle, only to wait in weariness, your heart rising with the question, do you really care about me? But today, I say this clearly to you. Not one of your prayers has been ignored by me. Not one tear you have shed has been forgotten. I hear the deepest whispers of your heart, even those things you have not yet found the words to express. My beloved child, I do not promise that the journey will always be easy. I do not say that you will never have to walk through dark valleys. But what I do promise is this: in every circumstance, I will be with you. When you pass through the flood waters, they will not overwhelm you. When you walk through the fire, the flames will not consume you. When you find yourself in the darkest night, it will be I who shines as the light to guide you. Nothing can separate you from my love. No storm can sweep away the hand that holds you. You may ask, how can I be sure that you are here with me? My child, just feel it. Even in your darkest moments, is there not a gentle whisper deep within your heart urging you to stand firm and not give up? That is me. When you are on the verge of collapse, yet somehow an unexpected strength arises to help you take one more step, that is me. When you feel utterly alone and suddenly a tender comfort washes over you, that is my embrace surrounding you. My child, I need you to open your heart to me. I do not require you to have perfect faith, All I long for is a sincere heart, a desire to trust again. Allow me to heal the wounds within you. Let me cleanse the doubts that have taken root in your mind. I will not force you. I wait patiently for you, day by day, hour by hour. But I also hope you will not turn away indefinitely. For the longer you delay, the higher the walls in your heart will become, making it harder for you to sense my presence. Just try once to lay down those burdens. Just try once to say to me, Lord, I am too weak. I no longer have the strength to carry all of this. Please help me. With just such a heartfelt cry, I will come. I will not delay. I will bind up your broken heart. I will restore the trust that has been wounded, and you will experience a peace that the world cannot give. My beloved child, life will continue to change. People around you may continue to disappoint you, but I am different. I am your strong fortress. I am your safe refuge. When everything else shakes, I remain unchanging. When everyone else walks away, I remain. Every word I have spoken, every single one, will never be in vain. If I have said that I love you, then that love is eternal. If I have promised to protect you, know for certain that no force can undermine that promise. My beloved, reflect on the days that have passed. How many times did it seem as though every door was shut before you, when your heart felt as though it had fallen into the abyss of despair, when every option you had considered seemed impossible, when you felt completely alone, unsure of where to turn amidst life's turbulence? And then, in what seemed to be the darkest moment, a door unexpectedly opened. Quietly, yet powerfully, a new path appeared where you least expected it. Help arrived at precisely the moment when you had no strength left to hope. Was that a coincidence, my child? No, not at all. It was my hand, the hand that watches over your every step, that never abandons you, no matter how many times you may lose your way. It was I who turned the circumstances around, who shattered the barriers that once seemed insurmountable, who brought forth miracles that your mind cannot explain. And I have done this not just once, but countless times throughout your life. Do you remember the moments when someone unexpectedly offered you help when you did not dare to ask? The times when a sudden idea came to you, unlocking the solution to a difficult problem? The times when a strange, profound peace filled your heart, even as those around you were gripped with fear? All of these are signs of my hand, of a faithful God who cares about even the smallest details of your life. And today, my child, I am not merely reminding you of the things I have done so you may take pride in the past. Rather, I am inviting you to step into a deeper level of trust. For the path ahead, the path into which I am about to lead you, requires a greater faith than before. This is no longer a season for relying solely on emotions or visible evidence. It is a season for you to learn to walk by faith. Each step from here will feel as though you are walking on water. There will be moments when your eyes cannot clearly see the entire journey. There will be twists, turns, and stretches, shrouded in uncertainty. But if you choose to take my hand, if you place your full trust in me, you will witness things far greater than anything you have ever experienced. Beloved one, this present moment is a significant crossroads in your life. This is not an ordinary day like any other. I speak plainly. This is a turning point. A new season is unfolding. I am moving in the spiritual realm, realigning the connections in your life. The relationships, the doors, and the opportunities you are about to encounter are not random. I am painting a greater picture, and I am inviting you to journey with me with a heart of complete trust. Perhaps you are thinking, "But Lord, I feel I am not strong enough, not steady enough to step into this new thing you are calling me to." My child, you do not need to be enough in your own eyes. It is I who will make you enough. It is I who will equip you, who will strengthen you, who will provide everything you need to fulfill this mission. What I require from you right now is not perfection, but a willing heart that says, "Lord, I do not fully understand, but I am willing to follow." That is all I need, and I will do the rest. Remember this, beloved one. It was precisely in moments when hope seemed lost that I revealed my faithfulness to you through countless small details of your life. And now I am preparing to show you even greater things. But in order to receive them, you must cross the boundary of fear and doubt. Do not let the painful memories of the past imprison you in an outdated comfort zone. Do not let past negative experiences cause you to doubt my love. What is behind you does not define you. What I am preparing for you is what will shape your future. Do you realize that every time you walk in trust, you open the door for my power to move mightily in your life? This is why the enemy continually tries to sow doubt, to flood you with anxiety, to make you think that I will not keep my promises. But my child, resist those lies. Remind your heart of all I have done for you. Recall every miracle, every rescue, every moment I carried you through the storms. These memories are powerful testimonies that I do not change. And more than this, know this truth. What I am about to do surpasses what I have done before. The miracles you have witnessed so far are merely the first fruits. The greater harvest is yet to come. If you continue to hold fast in trust, if you continue to follow my lead, you will enter into a season of abundance, not only in material things, but in spiritual depth, maturity, and influence upon the lives of others. Now, my child, I ask you, are you ready to trust me on a deeper level? Are you ready to step beyond old limitations, beyond old fears, to enter the new season I have prepared? Remember, you do not walk alone. My angels are walking alongside you. I am holding your hand tightly, and above all, I am bestowing upon you a new grace. A grace to trust even when clarity is lacking. A grace to move forward even when your heart still trembles. Today, I am granting you yet another opportunity. Not because you are deserving, but because I love you unconditionally. This love is not based on your achievements or perfection, but is rooted in the eternal covenant I established before the foundation of the world. At the same time, my child, I need you to understand this deeply. This is no longer a gentle invitation. This is the final bell, the last resounding call of awakening before the door of grace, which now stands wide open for you, begins to close. It is not because I am harsh or indifferent, but because the righteous laws of heaven do not allow for endless hesitation. Every opportunity has its season, and when that season passes, the door will shut, ushering in a new cycle, one that leaves no room for wavering or delay. My child, it is not my desire for this to happen to you. I do not wish to see you trapped on paths of sorrow or led astray by false turns the darkness is laying before your eyes. These paths may appear enticing at first, easy to follow, in tune with your emotions, but they will inevitably lead you to a place filled with consequences, a place where loneliness, confusion, and despair will envelop your soul. I did not create you to live in such brokenness. On the contrary, from the very beginning, I designed a glorious blueprint for your life, a noble purpose, a meaningful journey where you would stand firmly in the true identity I have ordained for you. But in order for you to step into that journey, you must seize this opportunity. You must listen to my voice and respond with a tender heart. You do not have much time left to hesitate. Every day, every hour that passes carries with it a shift in the spiritual realm. The seasons are changing. The doors of heaven do not remain open indefinitely as you might think. Today they are open, waiting for you. But if you remain indifferent, they will close without you even realizing it. My beloved child, do not let fear or doubt hold you back. Do not allow the whispers of the enemy to convince you that you are unworthy, that it is too late to turn around. Those are lies meant to keep you spiritually paralyzed. Hear me clearly. The door is still open. My light is still shining upon you. My arms are still outstretched, waiting to welcome you home. But you must choose, right in this very moment, whether you will step in or not. Now imagine, my child, what would happen if you courageously responded to me today? If you dared to surrender every burden, every wound, every failure to me, and embraced a new beginning. I promise you will never regret it. The days ahead will not be without challenges, but you will no longer walk them alone. I will walk with you, step by step, breath by breath. I will equip you with new strength, new wisdom, and new joy that you have yet to experience. Do you remember how many times, when you were on the brink of losing all hope, I made a way of escape for you? How many times I rescued you from unseen snares you knew nothing about? That was because I have always kept watch over you, because I see within you a great potential that you have yet to fully discover. But that potential will only blossom when you are willing to step out of your worn-out comfort zone, when you dare to trust me in this new season. And remember, my beloved child, I do not merely want you to be safe in a temporary sense. I do not want you to merely survive each day with a heart weighed down by anxiety and insecurity. I want you to be truly safe. Safe within my loving arms, secure in the unshakable truth, rooted in the identity and purpose I established for you from the very beginning. A safety that is not swayed by circumstances, not shaken by the words of others, not broken by the forces of darkness. When you step into my purpose for you, you will find yourself standing firm like a tree planted by streams of water, whose leaves do not wither and which bears fruit in every season. Even when the world shakes, even when times change, you will remain steadfast under my protection. Not because you are strong, but because I am the faithful one who upholds you. My child, this word does not come to make you afraid, but to awaken your heart, to help you realize that spiritual opportunities do not always come again. There are doors that, once closed, will require much time and repentance before they may open once more. I do not desire for you to walk the long and tearful detour. I want you to seize this opportunity today, while my grace is still available, while my angels still surround you, while all of heaven rejoices over every child who chooses to return. My beloved child, I know this decision is not an easy one. It will require you to lay down many things: old fears, old wounds, old habits. But trust me, what you lay down cannot compare to the goodness I will give you. A life of freedom, filled with purpose, walking in my power and presence. That is the inheritance I long for you to receive. Now, my dear child, I want you to slow down for a moment and listen deeply within your spirit, for what I am about to speak concerns serious truths about the path ahead of you. There are hidden dangers, subtle traps, that if you do not courageously face and address in time, will grow stronger with each passing day and hour. At first, they appear only as small unease, a faint warning in your heart, but the longer they are left unchecked, the deeper their roots will grow, undermining your peace, eroding your faith, and gradually pulling you further away from the good plan I have prepared for you. Do you remember, not long ago, I opened a door before you? It may have been a new opportunity, a job different from what you were used to, a door of transition in your career journey, a new connection I brought into your life to build you up. Or perhaps it was a vision, a dream I planted in your heart as you whispered prayers to me. In that moment, your heart was stirred with hope. You clearly sensed the prompting of my spirit, urging you to move forward, to take hold of it. But what happened then, my child? You hesitated. You allowed the whispers of fear and doubt to creep in. You told yourself, "It's not the right time. I'm not ready." Or, "Let me wait a little longer." And day after day, that door began to feel more distant, and your heart grew colder toward the invitation I had extended. Or perhaps you have recognized an issue in your own life, a habit that is slowly killing your dreams, a lifestyle that is draining your soul, a toxic relationship that you should have walked away from long ago. You know well that it is not healthy for you. You have heard my gentle warnings during prayer, seen the signs I have placed throughout your life. Yet you have delayed, telling yourself, "I'll deal with it later," just a little longer, allowing procrastination to hinder your steps. With each passing day, those harmful roots are gripping tighter, making your heart heavier and your spirit more sluggish. And today, my child, I speak to you clearly. The later you once spoke of has now arrived. This is no longer a time to delay. Now is the moment when you must face it. Now is the moment when I am giving you the opportunity to cut off the things that are destroying you from within. Do not let tomorrow come and find you saying again, "One more day won't hurt." For with each day spent in delay, the spiritual balance in your life will tilt further toward. My child, there are dangers that do not reveal themselves to the naked eye, yet they are silently corroding your heart. A toxic relationship may be draining the life out of you without your realization. A seemingly harmless habit may be slowly wearing down your spirit, dulling your sensitivity to my voice. A pattern of negative thinking may be keeping you trapped in a spiral of doubt, holding you back from stepping into the new things I have prepared for you. If you do not rise up to confront them now, the deeper they take root, the harder it will be to break free. My beloved child, I do not say these things to frighten you, but to awaken you. I know that deep within, you still long to live a life of freedom, a life of fullness in me. You do not wish to be bound by things of no value. You do not want to keep wandering endlessly in the desert of delay. You yearn to step into your own promised land, and I long for that for you, even more. But for this to become reality, you must take action today. You may ask, Lord, where should I begin? My child, start by honestly facing what I am revealing to you now. Acknowledge it before me. Do not deny it. Do not justify it. Come before me in humility and say, Lord, I acknowledge that I have allowed this to linger for too long. Today I want to let it go. Please help me. When you dare to do this, I will pour new strength upon you and help you walk through what you once thought was impossible. And after that, take concrete steps. If I am calling you to walk away from a relationship, have the courage to do so. If I am calling you to let go of a harmful habit, seek help and act immediately. If I am calling you to step into a new opportunity, do not hesitate any longer. Every small step you take today is paving the way for greater doors to open tomorrow. My beloved child, I see within you immense potential. There are things I long to release through you, gifts, dreams, great callings. But if you continue to let the old things, the delays, and the fears bind you, those treasures will remain buried. I do not desire that for you. I want to see you shine like a lamp on a hill, bringing light to many. I want you to step into the position I have prepared for you, where you can positively influence those around you. My dear child, now I speak to you more earnestly than ever. If you continue to hesitate and remain stagnant, the door of grace that I have opened for you will slowly begin to close. This is not a threat. It is a solemn truth from eternity. That door will not remain open forever, and the moment you are being called to step in is passing with each fleeting moment. I do not wish to see you left outside, standing in regret. When the opportunity is gone, it is out of love for you that I urgently remind you today. But even more seriously, my child, if you continue to cling to the things I have repeatedly warned you to release, the things I have clearly shown no longer belong to you, then the dangers you now think you can avoid will suddenly overtake you. The enemy does not sleep. It is quietly waiting for its moment. I see clearly the snares it has already laid along the path you are reluctant to leave behind. My child, I do not speak these things to burden you with guilt or shame. No, my child, I am not the one who comes to condemn you. I come to save you. I warn you not to accuse you, but to open a way of escape for you before it is too late. For I see what you cannot yet see. I know where your next steps will lead. I know the painful price that awaits if you stubbornly persist on this path. I see the enemy lurking, scheming with cunning deception to harm you. It knows well the vulnerabilities within your heart. It is attempting to exploit your hesitation and fears, to lure you into the trap it has so meticulously prepared. If you take just one more misguided step, you will fall into a spiral of sorrow, more bitter than you could ever anticipate. I can see in advance the heartbreak that lies in wait if you continue to entangle yourself in the relationship I have long urged you to leave behind. A relationship that, with each passing day and hour, is draining your vitality, withering your spirit, drawing you away from me, and stealing the joy and freedom I desire for you to enjoy. Not only that, my child, I also see a collapse drawing near if you continue to neglect and take lightly the important matters I have spoken to you about. There are things I have impressed heavily upon your heart, truths I have repeated time and again, yet you have allowed fleeting distractions, the worries of this life, to obscure your spiritual vision. If you persist in this negligence, the day may come when it is too late to recover what has been lost. And more than anything, my beloved, I see a great opportunity, one I have prepared for your life long ago. an opportunity that could alter your path and usher you into an abundant harvest within my kingdom. Yet, I see it slipping from your grasp because you are still wrestling with the fears inside your heart. I see your struggle. I know you long to step forward, but hesitation holds you back. You fear failure, pain, and loss. But my child, these fears are the voice of the enemy, not mine. I did not give you a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, of love, and of sound mind. Therefore, my child, I will not stand idly by and watch this happen. I will not fold my arms and watch you slowly drift away from the path of blessing, because my love for you is immeasurable. It is deeper than the oceans, higher than the heavens. And it is because I love you that I cannot bear to see you fall into the whirlpool of destruction. I cannot remain silent while the precious things I have planted within you are at risk of being choked out. My beloved, I long to see you walk in true freedom, in the abundant life I have prepared for you. I want you to experience a peace that surpasses all understanding. I want you to step into the great calling I wrote for you before you were even born. But for this to become reality, you must rise up with courage. You must choose to let go of the old things. You must choose to step out of your comfort zone and into the flow of my will. Do you realize that on the other side of obedience, a radiant new season awaits you? If today you dare to say, Lord, I will obey, I will let go, I will step forward, then I will break every chain. I will make a way in the wilderness. I will open doors that no one can shut before your very eyes. You will witness my mighty hand at work. You will experience a renewal of your spirit. You will enter into a harvest beyond anything you have ever dreamed. My child, I say this out of the deepest love. You do not have much time left to hesitate. Each day, each hour you delay causes the narrow door to close a little more. But right now, as you are reading these words, my arms are wide open, waiting for you. The door is still open. I am still calling. And if you respond today, everything will change. My beloved, in this moment, I desire to draw you deeper into spiritual clarity so that you may discern with precision and certainty what I am speaking to you in this sacred moment. I know that at times you hear my words, yet your heart remains unsettled, unclear, unsure of what I am truly asking you to do. That is why, even now, I will reveal it to you by directly touching your spirit. At this very moment, as you are reading these words, is there something that keeps surfacing in your mind? Is there an image, a name, or a certain situation that keeps repeating itself in your heart? This is no coincidence, my beloved. It is I who am stirring your spirit, that very thing you are sensing right now. Whether it is something you must act upon immediately, something you must boldly stop, or an important decision you must make without another moment of hesitation, is exactly what I am drawing your attention to. My child, I have reminded you of this gently yet firmly many times before. I have used dreams, passing comments from others, unexpected scriptures that cross your path, even a persistent stirring within your heart to repeat this urging. But you have allowed doubt and fear to hinder your steps. You have asked yourself, is this truly from the Lord? Am I strong enough, worthy enough, capable enough? Is this really the right time? These questions swirl in your mind, keeping you frozen in place and delaying the very decision I have set before you. My beloved child, For some among you, what I am clearly speaking in this moment is a special calling I placed deep within your heart long ago. A specific assignment, a mission that only you can fulfill in alignment with my eternal purpose. Perhaps you feel an undeniable pull to begin a project I have planted within you. An idea that is bold and unique, yet overflowing with life and blessing, which I desire to use to transform many other lives. Or perhaps I am calling you to write the book you have carried within you for so long. Your heart has leapt each time you thought about it, yet time and again you have held yourself back with countless reasons. You fear no one will care, no one will read it, that your story may not be valuable enough to share. But hear me clearly, my child. I am the one who placed that story in your heart. I am the one who will cause your words to become a source of inspiration and healing for many. What I need from you now is not perfection, but obedience. It may also be that I am urging you to apply for a certain position, to step beyond the comfort zone you have known for so long. I see the wide open future filled with blessings, a place where I will position you to impact and bless those around you. You have sensed this deeply, yet you keep delaying. You fear failure, rejection, or that you are not good enough. But my child, I am the one who goes before you to prepare the way. And when you step into the place I have ordained, nothing can hinder the favor I have set apart for you. Perhaps what I am placing on your heart is the courage to boldly express your faith to someone around you, a family member, a colleague, or someone I have long impressed upon your heart. I know you worry about how they will respond, fearing your words may be rejected or misunderstood. But remember this, my child, it is I who will speak through your mouth. I am the one who prepares the heart of the listener before you even speak. You cannot yet fathom the freedom, hope, and salvation that may unfold simply because of your faithful obedience. Perhaps I am calling you to help someone whom I have continuously placed upon your heart. It might be a small act, a simple phone call to check in, a word of encouragement, or a specific help that you know is truly needed. You have felt this prompting for quite some time, yet hesitation has held you back. Today, my child, I am inviting you to courageously follow that inner urging. As you obey, I will do far more than you could ever imagine. Not only will the one receiving your help be blessed, but you yourself will also experience a peace and joy that only obedience can bring. Therefore, my beloved child, do not delay any longer. What you are thinking about right now, what I have just made clear to your heart, is precisely what I am speaking to you. Make a firm decision. Step into the new thing. Let go of what must be released. Forsake hesitation and step out of the swirling doubts. If you continue to stand still, you will miss this divinely appointed moment. My child, though the path ahead may hold many challenges, it will also be filled with my presence and power. I will walk with you every step of the way, providing all that you need. All I ask for is your trust and obedience. And when you do this, you will enter into a new chapter, one rich with meaning, blessing, and the freedom your heart has long yearned for. My beloved child, now I will lead you deeper into the very depths of your heart, where my gentle yet powerful light is waiting to shine and to heal. There are habits, hidden compromises that you have long avoided, continually trying to conceal beneath an outward appearance of calm. You know exactly what I am referring to, for your spirit is now stirring deeply as though a radiant light is exposing even the smallest details within your heart. It may be a secret addiction that you have never dared to confess to anyone, not even to yourself. Something that, whenever you face it, fills your heart with helplessness and shame. You try to convince yourself that you still have it under control, that it is not yet serious enough to acknowledge. But my beloved child, I know the deep pain and burden you carry each day. I see how every time you try to fight it alone, you sink even deeper into the cycle of despair and self-condemnation, and I am now gently inviting you. Come to me. Trust me. Open your heart to me. Or perhaps what I wish to address is a deeply rooted pattern of negative thinking within your mind. That persistent inner voice whispering that you are not good enough, that you will never overcome your limitations, that you are a failure and will always be so. These thoughts may seem harmless, yet they carry a devastating power, slowly eroding the joy and hope in your life. They are stealing away the dreams I once planted in your heart. I have gently urged you many times to bring these thoughts before me, yet you have hesitated, still believing you can resolve them on your own. And perhaps what weighs so heavily upon your heart is the anger that frequently flares up, especially toward those you love most. In those moments, you find yourself unable to control your words or actions, causing deep wounds to those around you. Each time this happens, you sink into guilt and shame, vowing that you will not let it happen again. Yet the cycle repeats, leaving you feeling increasingly helpless. I know this is not who you want to be. I know how your heart breaks each time you hurt the ones you love. That is why my arms are open wide, waiting for you to come, so that I may heal the very root of this anger. My child, perhaps you have told yourself before, this is just who I am, or I'm fine, I can handle this on my own. But today, listen to me clearly. Those thoughts are not from me. They are subtle lies the enemy uses to bind you, to keep you trapped in a cycle of weakness and despair. You cannot fight these battles alone. It is not because you are incapable, but because these spiritual battles were never meant for you to face in isolation. You need support, strength, and power from me, the one who alone can fully deliver you. I do not say these things to condemn you or to make you feel worse about yourself. No, my beloved, I speak them because of the deep love I have for you. I speak because I know the devastating consequences if you allow these things to continue growing within your heart. I know you long for freedom. I know you yearn to live in the fullness of joy, in the freedom I have destined for you, and this is exactly what I want to give you today. If you would simply open your heart and courageously draw near to me. My child, stop keeping these things hidden within yourself. Bring all your burdens, all your secrets, all your wounds before me. Let me see your heart fully, not to condemn, but to heal, to restore, and to set you free. You cannot imagine the joy and lightness that await you when you truly release all of this into my hands. I promise you that I will not turn away when you come to me. I promise that I will no longer let you struggle alone. I will send companions to stand with you, friends filled with understanding and encouragement. I will equip you with spiritual tools and strength to face and overcome every inner battle. And when you are weak, my strength will be made manifest more clearly than ever before. My beloved, it is time for you to believe that those things which once bound you do not hold supreme power over your life. I came into this world so that you might be completely free. It is my love and my power that will break every chain that has held your soul captive for far too long. All I need from you now is one small step of faith and humility to say, Lord, I cannot do this alone. Please help me. Let today be the day you begin to step into complete healing. Do not delay any longer. Do not let the enemy's lies continue to hold you back. Allow me to truly be Lord over even the deepest hidden places of your heart. Let me lift you up, cleanse you of all that is old, and lead you into a new season. A season of freedom, of joy, and of peace, that the world cannot give nor take away, my beloved child. Now I want you to give your full attention to the words I am about to speak, for this is of utmost seriousness and urgency. I will not withhold anything from you. I will unveil the future before you, so you may clearly see what will come to pass if you choose to remain still, to continue delaying, and to keep ignoring this earnest call. Perhaps you have never allowed yourself to think deeply about this. Perhaps you often tell yourself, I will change tomorrow, or just a little longer. But, my child, understand this clearly. Every time you comfort yourself in this way, you are drifting further from the protective embrace I am trying so desperately to offer you. Today I do not speak these words lightly, for I love you. And because of that love, I must speak plainly, with urgency, so that you fully grasp the gravity of delaying and ignoring my voice. If today you choose to ignore this warning, if you walk away from this sacred moment without any change, your heart will not simply remain where it is. No, my beloved one, you will begin a dangerous descent, a path that will gradually lead you farther away from me, farther from the light I have placed within your heart. With each passing day of delay and hesitation, your heart will slowly grow colder, harder toward my invitations. You will no longer feel the stirring when you hear my words, and in time, my voice will become but a distant echo within you, stripped of its power to awaken or transform you. Then you will find that the chaotic sounds of the world, the loud voices of society, and the enticing but dangerous invitations from outside will begin to dominate your heart. They will grow louder and drown out the gentle yet powerful voice of my Spirit. You will become increasingly familiar with sweet lies, with easy paths, and with the subtle traps the enemy has laid to lure you. And when you least expect it, you will be shocked to realize that you have strayed far from the beautiful plan I have long prepared for you. Let me explain this even more clearly to you. A small compromise today, which may seem harmless, will not remain small. It will pave the way for greater compromises to follow. At first, you will think it is insignificant, that you can still control it. But gradually, your moral standards will begin to erode, little by little, almost imperceptibly. Things you once considered unacceptable will become normal and familiar, and by the time you realize how far you have drifted, it will be too late to return easily. You will begin to justify behaviors that you once found abhorrent, things you could not have imagined yourself doing. You will convince yourself, this is normal, or everyone does this, and soon the normalization of what is wrong will take deep root in your heart. Day by day, hour by hour, you will lose spiritual sensitivity and the clear discernment of right and wrong that I once gave you, and in that state, you will sink deeper into confusion and chaos, no longer able to recognize the way back. And my beloved one, the most heartbreaking part is that you will no longer feel my presence as clearly as you once did. It is not because I will leave you, for I will never leave you. But because your own heart will have built walls of separation between us, you will find yourself empty, aimless, lost, unable to find true peace no matter how desperately you seek it. This is the consequence of delay and of taking lightly what I am calling you to change today. I do not want you to go through that. I do not want to see you suffer or trapped in dark cycles. I do not want to see the tears of regret falling from your eyes when it is too late. That is why I am speaking to you so clearly and earnestly right now, because I love you beyond measure, and I cannot stand silently and watch you fall into such a path. Understand this, my child. This warning is the voice of the truest love. I do not wish to hurt you, but I need to awaken you. I need you to clearly see what lies ahead if you continue with hesitation, if you continue to hold on to the harmful things in your life. Do not take this moment lightly. Do not tell yourself that you still have time. No one knows what tomorrow holds, but this much I know for certain. This present moment is when my arms are most wide open to welcome you back. Let today be the day you make a decisive choice. Let today be the day you relinquish what no longer serves you, those bad habits, toxic relationships, and negative thoughts that have held you captive for far too long. You do not need to muster the strength to do it all on your own. Let me be your strength. Let me walk beside you with every step you take. My beloved child, I now want you to clearly envision what will happen if you continue down the path I have warned you against time and again. It is not my intention to frighten you, but rather to fully awaken you, so that you will not be caught off guard when things begin to collapse around you. You need to understand that every decision you postpone or neglect today carries very real and profound consequences for your tomorrow. First, I want you to clearly recognize the opportunities that are within your grasp at this very moment. You may not yet see their full value, but trust me when I say there are opportunities that come only once in a lifetime. That brilliant business idea I placed in your heart, an idea with the potential to bring about great change not only for you but also for those around you, may slip out of your reach if you continue to delay taking action. You might tell yourself there is always tomorrow, but you cannot be certain that tomorrow this idea will still be entrusted to you. I may choose to entrust this precious opportunity to someone else, someone more willing, more determined, and ready to receive what I desire to give. And when you see that person step into what was once meant for you, your heart will be filled with bitter regret, for only then will you fully grasp that delay is the greatest thief of the bright future I had prepared for you. My child, it is not only this. The one whom I have specially prepared for your life will not wait indefinitely while you remain entangled with things that do not belong to you. You have prayed and longed to find the right companion I have destined for you, yet you have been unwilling to release those harmful or unsuitable connections. You continue to cling to relationships that bring only heartache and slowly drain your spirit day by day. And the one I have chosen for you, the one who will truly love, respect, and walk with you in the days to come, cannot wait forever in such uncertainty and wounding. There will come a time when I must lead that person down a different path, where they can fully live out the plan I have for them. And when that time comes, you will understand that your own hesitation and indecision caused you to forfeit one of the greatest gifts I long to give you. Furthermore, my beloved child, I want you to understand that the financial provision you so desperately need at this moment is not unconditional. I have already given you clear guidance and wisdom on how to manage the resources in your hands. I have urged you to be cautious, to plan intentionally, to steer clear of unnecessary expenses, and to boldly invest in things of lasting value. But still, you hesitate, you waver, you allow emotions and a lack of discipline to rule your financial decisions. My child, if you continue on this path, the provision I have set aside for you will gradually slip from your grasp. The financial doors that were meant to open before you will instead close, simply because you have not chosen to walk in the obedience and wisdom I have so clearly spoken. And in that moment you will find yourself struggling with lack, confusion, and worry. Things you were never meant to endure had you chosen to heed my voice sooner. And not only that, my beloved child, even your precious health is now in danger if you continue to ignore my gentle reminders. I have whispered to you many times about the need to take good care of your body, to rest properly, to manage stress and the burdens of life wisely. Yet you keep pushing yourself. You keep disregarding the clear signs that your body is crying out for help. If you persist in neglecting the warnings I give you, your health will gradually deteriorate, until one day you will no longer have the strength to pursue the dreams and plans that I have placed within your heart. In that moment, you will painfully realize that what you traded away was not worth it at all. For no amount of success or fame can ever replace the good health I have graciously given you. My child, remember this. I am speaking these words not to cause you despair or fear. No, I speak so clearly because I love you deeply, and because I want to awaken you before it is too late. Face this truth today. Do not wait another moment to act. You do not have to face these challenges alone. I am still here, waiting for you to open your heart, so that I may help you in even the smallest of steps. All it takes is for you to sincerely say to me, Lord, I am ready. Please, help me overcome these things. And in that very moment, I will pour upon you new strength, new courage, and the ability to take decisive action like never before. My beloved child, I understand that the words I have just spoken may feel heavy and difficult for your heart to bear. I know that even now your heart may be trembling, filled with confusion or even fear as you imagine the potential losses. But know this, my child, that feeling is nothing to be ashamed of. On the contrary, if your heart trembles at the thought of losing what is most precious to you, it is a sign that your heart remains tender, still full of love, and a longing to live in alignment with the purpose I have destined for you. Your trembling heart reveals that deep down, you understand the true value of what is being threatened. It is precisely because these things matter to you that the mere thought of losing them feels like a crushing weight upon your heart. Do not try to avoid this feeling, my beloved one. Instead, allow it to awaken you. This very feeling is stirring your soul, revealing to you what is truly important and worthy of your protection. Now I invite you to be honest with me and with yourself. In this moment, pause for a while. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what is it that you fear losing the most? Which part of my warnings has touched your heart most deeply? Do not hide it. Do not suppress this feeling any longer, for when you keep it in the dark, it only grows stronger and binds you even more. Instead, I encourage you to open your heart and speak to me. Clearly name the fears that are troubling your heart. When you name your fear openly, when you courageously face it and surrender it before me, in that very moment, you are bringing my light into the darkest corners of your soul. And know this, no matter how strong the darkness may seem, it cannot withstand the light of my love and presence. My child, write it down clearly and truthfully. Perhaps it is the fear of losing someone you love dearly, the one to whom you have entrusted your whole heart, the one I have placed in your life as a precious gift. Or perhaps it is an important career opportunity, a long-cherished dream that you fear will slip away forever if you do not act in time. Or it may be financial anxiety, the fear that if you do not manage what you have wisely, you will face difficulties and losses beyond your control. Whatever it may be bold and offer it up to me. Speak clearly to me, saying, Lord, this is what I fear losing the most. I am anxious, I am afraid, but now I want to place it completely into your hands. When you do this, I promise you that the power of that fear will begin to weaken and gradually dissolve, for it cannot survive when the light of truth and my power shines upon it. Imagine for a moment, my beloved, when you write down and name your fear clearly, you are truly placing it under my authority and control. In that very moment, the invisible force that has bound your soul for so long will no longer be able to dominate you. The freedom I have promised you will begin to flow into your heart like a stream of cool, pure water, washing away every wall of doubt and fear. As you offer these fears to me, also say, Lord, I trust you in all things. This statement may seem simple, but it carries immense spiritual power. It is the declaration of a humble heart, fully surrendered and trusting in my absolute power. It is within this complete trust that miracles are activated and begin to pour into your life, helping you to overcome trials and losses that once seemed impossible to face. My beloved, pause for a moment and feel this very instant. Now that you have offered up your fears and declared your trust in me, do you feel lighter? Do you sense that the shadows of fear are beginning to fade away? That is my presence and comfort actively working within you, my dear one. Remember that I have never cursed or condemned you. The warnings you have just heard are not my original intent for you. No, my child, I never desire to see you fall into harm or loss. Those painful consequences do not come from me. They are simply the inevitable result of choosing to step outside my loving and protective embrace in this broken and wounded world. But today, my beloved, I stand here ready to help you prevent those outcomes. I am opening before you a new path, a path of restoration, of grace, and of complete healing. The only thing I need you to do right now is to have the courage to offer up all that troubles and frightens your heart, and to fully entrust your life into my strong and faithful hands. Therefore, my beloved child, do it now. Do not delay. Write down your fear and speak it clearly to me. Allow me to work miracles in your life. Let me grant you true peace and freedom, the kind that this world cannot give and cannot take away. I love you beyond measure, and I am moving even now to protect and restore everything precious in your life as you fully trust and surrender them to me. Now, offer me your sincere prayer. Lord, I kneel before your holy presence in this moment. I know that you are speaking directly to my heart through this urgent message. I do not want to simply glance past it as something I happen to read. I choose to open my heart, every hidden corner, to fully receive your word. May my ears listen attentively, my eyes perceive what you are revealing, and may my spirit tremble in reverence and love before this loving warning you are giving me. Lord, I tremble as I realize that the door of grace will not remain open forever. The longer I hesitate, the closer danger draws near. Please grant me sensitivity in the Spirit so that I will not ignore what you are warning me about. Give me the courage to step through the door you are opening, to abandon every habit of procrastination, and to break free from every invisible fear that is holding me back. Lord, save me from the hesitation of my own heart, so that I will not miss the divine moment you have appointed for my life. Lord, I have heard your reminder. There is an invisible battle taking place around me every single day. How many times have I lived unaware, not realizing that the enemy is scheming to harm my soul? Today, through your word, I am awakened. I no longer wish to live even one more day in spiritual ignorance. Clothe me with the full armor of God. Grant me a spirit of alertness and courage. Let me always stand in your light, never falling into the deception or enticements of a world growing ever darker. Lord, I recognize the signs you have patiently sent into my life, those whispers in the night, the warnings through others, the dreams filled with caution. How many times have I excused them away as mere busyness or coincidence? But today, I no longer want to close my ears. I open my heart completely. Please grant me clarity to recognize every loving message from you, so that I will not miss the sacred voice now speaking so powerfully amidst the noise of life. Lord, I acknowledge that I am carrying burdens within my heart that no one else knows. Fears and anxieties that have robbed me of sleep through countless nights and left me restless through many days. But now your word speaks clearly. I am not alone in this battle. Lord, let me feel deeply the embrace of your loving arms surrounding me. Help me to lay down every burden and take refuge beneath the shadow of your almighty wings. May your Holy Spirit breathe through every part of my spirit, driving away the darkness of loneliness and worry within me. Lord, I do not want to continue living in resistance to your word. I acknowledge that many times I have delayed decisions and allowed fear to overpower my obedience. But today, in response to this final warning, I kneel before you and say, Lord, help me to surrender. Break every hardness of heart, every prideful will within me. Grant me a soft and willing heart to follow whatever you command, whether it be to let go of something or to step into something new that you are calling me to. Lord, through today's loving yet serious message, I recognize that there are invisible traps lurking around my life, wrong relationships, negative thought patterns, harmful habits that I have tolerated for far too long. Lord, I do not want to trade the glorious future you have prepared for me for the temporary compromises of the present. Shine your light upon me. Reveal clearly what I must cut off and where I must step away, and grant me new strength to carry it out under your mighty guidance. Lord, I recognize that my tomorrow depends on this very moment. I do not want to be one who hears but does not obey. Please shatter every spiritual laziness and every compromising spirit that has caused me to hesitate in the past. Birth within me a longing to live in the flow of obedience. Let every decision I make today tip the scales of my destiny toward the light, toward the glory you have ordained for my life since before the foundation of the world. Lord, today I choose not to let fear overpower my faith. The enemy has whispered to me that it is too late, that I am unworthy of restoration, but I know those are lies. For you yourself are declaring that it is not too late for me if today I hear your voice and do not harden my heart. Lord, I say to you now, I hear your voice and I will no longer ignore it. Please give me strong feet to walk in this new leading and spiritual eyes to see what you are doing in the unseen realm on my behalf. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you love the Lord, don't forget to click subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of the meaningful and life-giving messages from Him. Together, we will grow in faith and live a life fully embraced in His love. Amen.